market. Obviously, these are profitable for BSA, but later on started experiencing tough competition by highly reliable Japanese manufacturers. Okay, so at this position, government came in front to rescue BSA by adding Norton, created Norton Villas Strand Group. BSA lost its market last. Why? Because only of the Japanese company. Now, through the questions you have provided, I will try to explain that why BSA lost its market and why the last motorcycle was produced in 1973. Only the last motorcycles. Now, Norton closed its doors in 1978. Obviously, it's a joint company and tried to 1980s but failed. So in 1991, BSA obviously tried to upgrade themselves and Norton and BSA merged to produce spare parts. BSA Vehicle Group in 1994 manufactured some limited edition retrocycle motorcycles, obviously, but no fruitful result came out. And in 2016, Mahindra and Mahindra acquired BSA to rejuvenate the retro fever back. Okay, so the questions that you have provided okay, the first question that you have provided, analyze the market trends and report your predictions regarding the revival of retrocycle bikes and the difficulties faced by a brand to compete in that segment. Okay, so now this is all about BSA motorcycle. Okay, and as we have not so much time, so let us understand the whole case study through the questions you have given to me. The first question is that analyze the market trends. Now, if we look back, now this is the model Harley-Davidson Iron 883, which was launched in August 2009. The company which gave a new definition of classic. Okay, so I think you have all know that the CEO of Mahindra company said that all the hype around India gave cruiser. First entered in India, gave cruiser biking new appeal, obviously, and riders would came check out new Harley, but ended up buying more affordable Enfields. Okay, so the model was Royal Enfield 350. I will show you in a comparison. Okay, the new now how the retro look. This is a cruiser. Okay, so how the retro look came. The Indian thirst for retro look bikes is clear. Whether you are talking about Royal Enfield's Bullet 350 model or more up-to-date Honda's Harness CB 350. Now let's look or let's analyze logically. Okay. So what's the logical analysis? First logical analysis is that retro style bikes are easier to build, mostly suited for rough Indian roads. Obviously, we know Indian roads are rough and now more. India is the world's largest bike market, recently surpassing China. Okay, so now if I show you the market, so yeah, this is the total sales segment wise. Now, obviously surpassing China. Obviously, I am not comparing here from against China, the data of India. Okay, but I am just showing you the sales, how the sales are increasing in India in different segments. Okay, so you can say that year on year this sales is increasing and not decreasing. Whether it is in a stable position. So obviously this is a reason. And as we know that India is a developing country, not a developed country. Okay, India economic developments result in middle class growth, increase in leisure time, disposable income for the population. So there is less probability of getting wiped out of retro trend. Now let's look at the analytical analysis. Okay. according to reports, okay, so the according okay, so figure 8, I mean analytical analysis, according to reports from figure 8, obviously this figure, sales of 500cc segments are rising by a huge ratio only during May 2021. Okay, so you see this figure. Okay, so during 500cc means this segment during May 20 to 21, May 21 to July 21, and after the trend is more or less stable. Moreover, if we follow figure 9, I mean this figure, it has shown that there is no as such 400, this figure, sorry, I have mentioned it figure, oh, okay, figure 9 and 10. So if you show these figures, there is no as such players present now in this segment, so there remains a chance to make a boom by a company at that segment. Even if you look at Royal Enfield's, if you look at this 250 and 750 segments, okay, so 250 to 750 segments, you can see that 650 twins and this KX450, all the models are of Royal Enfields. So Enfield's regional sales have grown 88% in the last year. The brand also just launched the 650 Meteor model in India, but there have been some speculation that Royal Enfield might enter the more premium heavyweight category, obviously greater than 500cc segment trends, fueled by cherry cakes concept. Okay, so the cherry cakes concept, I will show that this is the KX-V2 in concept Enfield. Okay, so all the hype around Harley, obviously I told previous that which was Harley Davidson model, I have showed in the previous slide. Yeah, this is the model basically. So this model makes the hype and the all benefits taken by Royal Enfield. So now my question is, this is the analyze the market. Okay, so analyzing the market, I understand that this figure 7, total sales segments wise. So if you see, okay, now retro bikes, you know, all are more obviously in 450c categories. Okay, so obviously greater than 500 categories, which are obvious. But in these categories, retro cycles are good looking and feature proof. So if you see these figures, if you see in this category, sales are not rising huge. I mean, not rising leaps and bounds. They are increasing in a stable performance. So obviously, it's not just a hype that made by Harley. Obviously, in this segment, there's the only player that is Royal Enfield. So it is making the hype constantly by producing not more and more models, okay, but making constant number of models so that the hype will remain constant. Okay. So in my prediction,
only 3 minutes left, Gaurav. You have to give the all the other. You have already give the only one solution, and other
okay,
3 questions are there out of 4 questions.
okay, sir.
Quickly.
Okay, sir. I'm finishing the question in the next 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes, please. So the difficulties faced by a brand to compete that segment. Obviously, competition. Now, I am going to this. part, so competition from local and regional and national players in each of the countries it is present in may dent the revenues of a company, and obviously impact of pandemic, even though at the time of pandemic there is no big impact on sales figure, that doesn't mean that the magnitude of the situations in any less. Pandemic affected many companies' supply and distribution chain, which is obvious. Government regulations for compare and environment pollution and rising fuel prices. So these are the difficulties a brand may face. Now the next question is, would the already established subsidiaries of Classic Legends hamper the sales of its cousin BSA? So yes, subsidiary of Classic Legends means mainly Java Motorcycles. Why? Because Classic Legends is itself a subsidiary of Mahindra and Mahindra Group, and Java Motorcycle is under Classic Legends, and Mahindra and Mahindra acquired BSA. Now, Java had already launched Java 42, Java and Java Pirak Bobber. So these motorcycles will be priced between 1.55 lakh to 1.89 lakh rupees. Now, as per comparison below, so this is a comparison which is not so valid, okay? Because you can show that BSA Gold Star is capacity 652 cc, which is in greater than 500 cc segment, and Java 42, which is capacity of 334 cc, which is totally another segment. But if I show you the comparison between Java 42 and Classic 350, I mean Royal Enfield Classic 350, I have told that I will show you the model of Royal Enfield Classic 350 which had made the trend constant. So this is the model basically. Now, if you compare side by side, you can see that there are more improvements in Java 42, which is double cylinder, single cylinder, double engine, liquid cooling technology, maximum power. Obviously, this price is, you can say, from a slightly higher side than Classic 350. But if you show the comparison, you can see that it is more feature proof. And obviously, we Indians are more love features if we got at a value for money price. Okay. So yes, if you consider the mileage, yes, the mileage is low. But if you got the features, you Indians can adjust it easily. So yes, comparing its competitor Java 42, trying to give a solid competition, to Royal Enfield Classic 350 with richness of its feature. Currently, BSA Gold Star Java for BSA Gold Star is targeting completely another segment. Obviously, this comparison, is it valid? Obviously not, because it's in a 652 cc segment and this is 334 cc segment. So, but why are we comparing it, and why are we saying that will it hamper the sales of BSA? Why are we saying it? Because if you show the pricing of Java 42, it is more competitive or more aggressive, okay, against Classic 350. So, considering the price segment, if we can say that Java 42, if Java 42 makes this aggressive price in all other segments, I mean, if they try to enter the 652 cc segment itself, then obviously BSA Gold Star's sales may hamper. Okay, because only of its feature proof, value for money specs, and the competitive aggressive price. So which is the Indian market till now. Now the third question is the relaunched BSA Gold Star and 650 twins Royal Enfield. Okay, so these are the two models. So can we compare? So yes, we can compare. Sir, for convenience, can I say in Bengali?
Gaurav, can you summarize in 1 minute, please?
Okay, sir, I'm trying to do. Okay, so BSA Gold Star and 650 twins Royal Enfield both are in same segment at same price, but we have to sell it. Okay, as from a business view, we have to sell it. So let's do in a market. uh, say about marketing strategies for BSA Gold Star. So what we have to do to sell the model BSA Gold Star, which is more feature proof. If we compare these two models, you can say that BSA is more feature proof. So how can we promote this BSA Gold Star? Obviously, you have to play specification game in front of customers, celebrity endorsement, which are youngsters are obviously more influenced by celebrities. For take example like Boat and other famous companies. Okay, so like Royal Enfield have John Abraham and more celebrities. Now, so you have to do social media campaign, obviously through making contests, through making a chance to win the BSA Gold Star, like this type of social media campaign, and proper use of Mahindra Automobiles trust and loyalty in India. Okay, so these are the marketing strategies. And now, given the task, how would you approach with the revival of BSA? You have to know how why BSA was a big failure. BSA was a big failure because if we look at their history, you can say that BSS outdated designs, rash investment of which in which segment? Rash investments in Triumph, Norton and Ariel segments. Lack of appreciation of the adoption of new technologies, which Royal Enfield is now adapting. Royal Enfield is trying to adapt new technologies. And BSA is also doing. There are backdated models, nearly zero improvements. And if you see, now retro bikes are trend. So there is an plus advantage for them because there is no improvements, no need for improvements in their models. Okay, so growing market, global expansion, higher disposable incomes, Mahindra brand value, and obviously the most important, after sale service. People obviously want to buy a new bike through installment or through cash, but they always see the after sale service of the company and the social media engagement also. But Mahindra company, you can see, you obviously know that currently Anand Mahindra, the CEO of the company, engaged with people recently, and which video was viral. Okay, so in this way, you have to make, if you have to make yourself consistent in the market, you have to stay connected with the customers, and obviously after sales service, which is the big flaw of Royal Enfield and Honda motorcycles after sales service. I took some I took some surveys, and I asked people that they all want to buy, want to buy a bike from Royal Enfield, obviously which is retro look, but they all suffer from after sales service, and most of the companies do not look into seriously. So BSA got a chance to work in this issue, and the most important, after Indo-China war, Mahind, I am imposing the war segment here because you know that many Indian company risen after this war. Okay, so only because the Indian tag. Now, if you see that many companies which were grown before COVID, and now they are rising using the name or the brand value of Tata Motors or Tata Company. Why? Because the share is in the company. Okay, so they are using the brand value of Tata. For example, now as Mahindra company has acquired the BSA motorcycles, they have to properly use the brand value, not in false sense. Okay, why not in false sense? Um, so suppose they have used the brand value, but they launched models with worst sales service, worst social media engagement.
Gaurav,
Okay, so
I
this
guess,
in this case, brand value will not have will not do or will
Gaurav,
not willing to do any work or any job.
Gaurav, so as it's a competition, so we can't give you more extra time. So thank you for your presentations. If we need
Okay,
some
sir.
further clarifications, maybe we can have a at the end. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Uh, so hello. Hello,
Hello.
Gaurav. Can you
Yes,
hear
sir.
us?
Yes, sir.
We can't see you actually. Can you just turn on your camera, please?
Yes, sir, sure.
Thank you for your presentation. So, I see you mentioned the bike price will be around 5 lakh expected, right?
Yes, sir.
So, do you think that the Indian, I mean, customer can invest 5 lakhs for a bike than a four-wheeler? I mean, that's a competition, right?
Okay. So, sir, this is a trend. Buying a car is not a trend. So, in India, people try to follow the trend. So, if they want to follow, obviously they will want to buy a bike, not a car. Okay, so because car is not a following a trend, and bike, and you can say retro bikes are following the trend. So if they want to buy you can say the new KTM models, they will not. They will try to buy a retro. Why? Why? Because their psychological factors are working in that segment. That is, if you buy a Royal Enfield, or if you buy a retro motorcycle, suppose BSA Gold Star, uh, their manly mentality will force manly. I'm quoting manly mentality.
I got your
Influence them
point.
to
I
buy.
got your point. But don't you think that the price is too high compared to the others one, as you mentioned? So how that will affect in the market actually, if you are launching something new?
Sir, I know the price is high, but as it's a initial phase of the company, so uh, they have to market this as this is not a high price. This is not a high price. I am giving
Don't
you
think that
those
it's a high price.
specifications in this price.
So you don't think that it's a high price compared to the other bike?
Sir, obviously I know it's a high price, but when company is not selling me or trying to sell this স্যার আমি বাংলায় আমি বলতে পারি?
Yes, go ahead.
স্যার দেখুন, কোম্পানি তো যদি একান্তই যদি এইটা যদি না হয় যে কোম্পানি 5 lakhs এর কমে ওটাকে সেল করতেই পারছে না, তখন কোম্পানিকে যেটা করতে হবে যে কোম্পানির মার্কেটিং স্ট্র্যাটেজিটা ইমপ্রুভমেন্ট করতে হবে। আদারওয়াইজ কোনো ওয়ে নেই। কারণ যদি এই মডেলটা একবার এটা যদি স্পার্ক করে যায় এই মডেলটা, তখনই এইটার মানে ইন ফিউচার ওরা চেষ্টা করবে, বা এদেরকে যে সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া ক্যাম্পেইন আমি যেটা বললাম সেটা
you are not
দিয়ে
getting my
এদেরকে
points,
রিভিউজ
maybe.
নিতে হবে কিছু, যে কিভাবে এটাকে আরো প্রাইসটা কমানো যায় বা কি কি সেগমেন্টে কমানো যায়। তবে তার আগে এই মডেলটাকে ওদেরকে স্পার্ক করাতে হবে।
I think. Okay.
So in your presentation, you only focused on the recent 2021 or 2022 results, but in the analysis, you don't have the historical picture. So that is one comment. And you have not given the comparison between the various brands also. Okay, so this is also lack in your presentation, and also that market strategy employed for the BSc was not discussed properly. So that should be more specific discussion should be there. And okay, overall, and another point is classical legends for the BSA good segment comparison. Java 42 is not double cylinder; it's dual overhead clamp. So overall, it is okay, but there are so price is one common factor, but I think it is not a big problem, because in also for our country there are in huge population, so 5% if the rich people are there, and if they purchase and they have the sufficient strength to purchase the brand cars, right, or brand bikes, if that 4% people are interested to purchase that bike, then it is sufficient to increase the profit or by the company. So price, I think it is not a big problem now in modern scenario in India also. You got the point? Because many people cannot purchase that 5 lakhs bike. That the certain 4% or 10% people, they have the capacity. So I think that is not the problem. So other strategies you should, we have to find out how to improve their selling capacity. So that points are not missing. I think that may be the one point, right, in my.
No, I mean, other company are offering, I mean, 2 lakhs similar, though it's a kind of not that kind of similar. But why the customer will go for that then?
No, that
Technology wise, I mean, they are just.
obviously that 5 lakhs means maybe the technology is also, I think,
That's what you have to justify.
Strong
What are
technology.
the strong technology you have that you are giving the society.
okay. So
So any other question from audience or?
any other question from audience? Any query from audience? The questions?
Okay, thank you.
স্যার একটা কথা আমি বলতে চাইছি। স্যার আমি যেটা বলতে চাইছি সেটা হচ্ছে যে আমরা যে বললাম যে 5 লাখ টাকার মধ্যে যে আমরা জিনিসটাকে বিক্রি করতে চাইছি বা সেল করতে চাইছি, টেকনোলজি কিন্তু ইমপ্রুভ। সো আমরা যদি প্রিভিয়াস কিছু টাটা আমি এখানে কম্প্যারিজনটা দেখাইনি, এটা ঠিকই। এবার আমি যে বলছি যে এক্সাম্পল দিচ্ছি, টাটা যখন ফার্স্ট ন্যানো মডেল লঞ্চ করে তখন টাটা ন্যানো মডেলটা খুব একটা ভালো সেল হয়নি। তখন এদেরকে যেটা করতে হয়েছিল যে কিছু অবভিয়াসলি যে বেস মানে গ্রাউন্ড জিরো থেকে লোকেদের রিভিউ গুলোকে কালেক্ট করতে হয়েছিল যে কেন টাটা মডেল সেল হয়নি। সো একটা ব্র্যান্ডের যখন ইনিশিয়াল লেভেলে লঞ্চ করছে তখন বা আমরা যদি অন্য কোনো কোম্পানিকেও কনসিডার করি, তারাও শুরুতে প্রথমে প্রাইস মার্কেটটাকে ধরতে পারে না ইনিশিয়াল লেভেলে, বাট আস্তে আস্তে কাস্টমার রিভিউস আর কিছু ইম্পর্টেন্ট ফ্যাক্টরস, যে কিছু কিছু ইম্পর্টেন্ট পার্টস এর সাথে মানে কোম্পানিজ পার্টস এর জন্য কিছু কিছু কোম্পানির সাথে কোলাবোরেশন আস্তে আস্তে হবে। তো আমার মনে হয় সেই সেন্সে দেখতে গেলে পরে ইনিশিয়াল লেভেলে এই প্রাইসিংটা, আর অবভিয়াসলি আপনারা যেটা বললেন যে এই যে ফিচারের দিক দিয়ে ইমপ্রুভমেন্টটা, সেটা যাতে ভালোভাবে প্রমোট করে, কারণ তবেই বিক্রি সম্ভব। আর আর ওদেরকে যে প্রিভিয়াস কিছু কোম্পানিজ আছে সেই কোম্পানিজ গুলোর থেকে আমার মনে হয় এগুলো নেওয়া উচিত, প্রিভিয়াস কিছু কোম্পানিজ এর হিস্ট্রিতে।
another solution maybe, I don't know actually the situation,
Okay, sir.
whether the servicing of this brand, the international brand company servicing facility, what they are providing in India, because mentioned, right? Oh, they mentioned that is also, because it may be,
They don't provide that much amount of service.
because once there is a TV around 90s, Thomson company TV was very popular initially, but later it wiped out from the India. I don't because the quality of the TV was very good, but there's any problem is happens, servicing is not available. So that's what that is the one point maybe that okay, many factors are there. Okay,
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
okay, thank you, Gaurav.
So that was really a good presentation from Team Convergence. However, I would ask them to stay and hear the other strategies too. So now I would like to ask the team JUMH, the 50, to showcase their strategies for the given problem. No, actually, sir, they like that's how we planned. They asked for the last turn. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Okay, sorry, Proshul, we are changing a bit. So we will be inviting Team Convergence now for their strategies. Hey, sorry. Team Think Tank, sorry. Team Think Tank. Hello, Prashun, are you there? Hello? Who is this? No, the other third team? Oh.
Hello everyone, am I audible? So thank you judges for giving us these good opportunities for giving these slides over here. So hi everyone, this is Think Tank. So I am Arnav Kumar Ghosh from Academy of Technology in the stream of Computer Science and Engineering. So we have my teammate here, Prashun Kumar Mondal. He is also my same batch. So at the very beginning, I am just third year. Yes. So we are just making our slides more to the point and accurate, and also we are making so simple that we can cover within the 15 minutes. Okay. So so my teammate is now explaining the small history of the allotted company here, which is BSA. So please start.
Thank you everyone for giving us the chance of share the slide. So we are today will be giving the presentation of the resurrection of BSA. The BSA, it is actually a British brand which full form name is Birmingham Small Arms, which was started building with firing arms in 1861, then started motorcycle division 1903, and 1910 they started their first motorcycle. After then, they were the very successful brand in that sector. That in 1927, they got a huge market success with their 3 motorcycle model: Blue Star, Empire Star, and Gold Star. After that, 1946, they became the market leader, and United States of America were the biggest customer of the brand. BSA 600 Sloper was the most successful model, but gradually they became infamous for their old model and some difficulties in reliability. After 1960, the company finally shut down, and after a few years, Mahindra acquires in 2016. That was the whole total history of the BSA company. My friend, fellow Arnav Kumar Ghosh will be sharing the few points.
Okay, so as per the question in the first end, that the process of revival of the old retro style model. Okay, so I'm just explaining what is the most retro style. The retro style is basically the old school style of the motorcycles that carries the old flavor of the motorcycles. Like where I can some of the motorcycles is now very famous, like Cafe Racer. Like Cafe Racer is like the we have Yamaha FZS or Mark GT Twin 650 provided by the Royal Enfield Motocrops. So there's BSA Gold Star 650 is now carrying some old retro school style. Okay, and the next point is the old retro style always may be affordable or not affordable. There is 2 segments. Some of the bikes are affordable like Yamaha FZS, and some of the is like it can be a status symbol like Interceptor 650. Okay, so in the next okay, so the next point is the decent horsepower. Horsepower is very like it's very needed for any kind of bikes Okay, so it's basically denotes how the power they can produce, or like the how the bikes will make a good compact in the market in the future. Okay, so the next thing, engine refinement. So we can see a lot of Royal Enfield's other bikes, they are producing a lot of vibrations. Okay, when you are revving the motor, it produces huge vibration. So it is not very suitable for the environment. Now the current generation motorcycles are very refined, so you can, if you like ride the new generation of Himalayan or BSA Goldstar, so it comes with more refined engine, so it cannot produce a huge amount of vibration. Okay, so this a very a very good technology, it carries a good technology. Okay, so so here is the next question. I mean, the first question has ended here. So I'm just completing in a short time. The next is what are the difficulties that faced to compete in these segments? Okay, so we can see a lot of companies are now launching a different bikes like sports bike, cruiser bikes, and here we have the old retro style bikes. So here we can face a lot of problems, like some of the people, like you can see that some of the youths, they does not like the old style. Okay, they knew some new styles. Okay, so the first difficult that the company has is the disliking parts. Okay, the market, somehow a lot of people likes the product or the design, but sometimes it may be disliked by the other people who loves the more newer designs. Okay, and the second point is the using old technologies. Okay, so we can see a lot of companies are now providing some new technologies like traction control. Okay, so the switchable ABS. Okay, this is now a very new auto blipper quick shifter. Auto blipper quick shifter is now you can shift the gear without using the clutch. In the new generation bikes, sometimes that KTM Duke 390 is also providing the same, but the old retro style doesn't provide this type of technologies. They just the classic type of technologies is used. And the third problem is the pricing problems. Okay, so as we can see, the Goldstar is worth around 5 lakhs or more than 5 lakhs if you are if you are away from the metro cities, like if you are purchasing Haryana, okay, or like Arunachal Pradesh, it goes around 6 lakh with the governmental tax or any other the insurance problems. Okay, so this is the main problem, was the pricing problems. The pricing problems is very important. And the second and the next part is weight heavier. It's very weight, like 230 to 13 kg, but the Interceptor is 202 kg. Himalayan comes with 199 kg, so it's more heavier. So sometimes it cannot be maneuvered in some heavy traffics, or it can produce more heat. Okay, so it can be a very problematic for all the people who are just using this daily community purpose. So it cannot be used in daily community. And second and the last point is the mileage problems. Okay, so we can see that the India has, I mean, if you are seeing in public, in the 10 of the 9 bikes will comes from Hero, because of the mileage. Hero gives you the higher mileage, but in case the mileage is the big issue, though the people who will acquire these bikes, they are not focusing on the mileage, but they are only focusing on the status. But the mileage problem is here, like the people cannot use it in daily purpose. Okay, this, yes.
No, okay, so these are the problems, just I am asking, these may be the problems when you are comparing with the other models.
Yes.
But each and every specific model are used for the specific group or specific section of the
Targeted audience. Targeted audience. So
Right.
this company will follow those targeted audience.
But
yes.
this model is not the suitable for the all the general purpose
no,
model.
no.
So, okay, so that may not be the disliking the old styles or weight, because heavy weight may be the specific purpose used. So how do you attract that customers?
Yes.
This model is not used for the, so then you have to change the model. That is not our target. So how to revive this model for a specific target?
Okay, so at
So
first,
these are the points when you are comparing with the other models, right? So
Yes.
may not be all the negative points here. These are not the negative points for the particular model. You got the point?
yes, sir. So I'm just planning that the company should establish a good marketing teams who can grab the targeted audience, and they can share all the all the good parts of the company. Here this is this more the properties of the bikes. So I am just focusing on that these properties will affect the whole market. Okay, so the whole market is now some of the countable person will just acquire this bike, because most of the people will want those bike will give you more mileage or this type of things. So it is a targeted audience. So I'm just focusing on the difficulties in sense it can affect the sale of the other bikes, not in case of these features. Okay, it just comes with the properties, and properties will just indicate the targeted audience. I'm just focusing on it. Yes. Okay. So the next question is, would the already established subsidiaries of the classic legends hamper the sales of the cousin BSA? Okay, so here two things can be happen. One thing is it may hamper or not may hamper. So in case I can see that the most probably it will not hamper, because the segments are totally different. Okay, so Java and ESD is now focusing on the 300 or 350 cc motorcycles. Okay, so and the costs are also below 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs. But here in case of Interceptor 650 or BSA Gold Star, it comes with the price range of 5 lakh rupees. Okay, so the power is also very high in case of Gold Star and Interceptor, but in case of Java 42, okay, it comes with only 300 cc of engine. But the main thing is it can hamper in case of the cylindrical part. Like Interceptor 650 comes with the twin turbo engine, but in case of Gold Star, it comes with single cylinder engine. So this is the main thing. So at the very beginning, I can see that it will not hamper, because the market segment of those bikes are totally different. Some like Gold Star comes with a different market, and the Java and ESD now the current model is ESD Roadster. It's more about like the cruiser bike model. ESD Adventure is similar to the Himalayan provided by the Royal Enfield Motocross. So at the very beginning, I can see that it will not hamper. But in same case, if it is hamper, then some of the problems may happen. Like the existing markets, the existing brands, they have more user base. User base means that the people can use their products from the past couple of years, so they can see how the machine will perform in the long run. So this is the main thing. And the second part is the reliability. So you can see in case of car, Toyota is a very reliable company, as well as the Tata. 3 minutes. Okay, sir. So in case of this is reliability. Reliability is that the customers can trust to the companies. And the third point is the existing subsidiaries has the more advanced technologies than the current subsidiaries. Okay, so they have some good techies companies, that the techies groups, they can acquire some good technology, they can apply the technologies to the to the existing bikes. Okay, but the newly launched the bikes will more they can apply some good project work in there, but they are not reliable. They just started their journey in the market, and the existing and the existing companies have more innovative marketing strategies. Okay, they have some good network that can make a good marketing, but the new generation, the Gold Star, has not so much good marketing teams actually. Okay, so the next point is the planning and organized skills. Okay, so the existing companies has some good plannings that they can acquire all of skills. Okay, all the skills can be applied to complete all the projects in the future. So it's the main thing. Okay, and the next thing is the budget. Okay, so existing companies has bigger budget. If it hampered to the company, but we can see that the company is now owned by the Mahindra. So I am just assuming that the budget is a secondary part of this case. Okay, as the Mahindra has like around 60% of the stake of the current company BSA. So it cannot hamper the, I mean primarily, but it can hamper in secondarily because of the budget. The existing companies has the bigger budget. In case of the secondary cases, the gold star may have the budget issues if arises. There is a prediction. Okay, so this is the comparison of the market share. So I'm just we are just using some simple market analytics. Okay, and you can see a lot of websites are giving different datas, but this is the, I mean, this is the simplest market strategy with the market comparison. We can see there is no Royal Enfield 650 twins. So he has the growth is in the negative sides. So you can see that in the past few days, if they cannot acquire a good amount of technology in their market, in their products, then it can fail. Okay. And the solution, if they hamper the current strategies, then what will be the solution to handle the problems behind it? But the first solution is they need to set a practical pricing. Pricing is very important. Like the people can acquire or buy the products properly or easily if the pricings are good. And the second point is the use of innovative techs. Techies are also very important. Technologies can improve the quality of the vehicle properly, and the work on the marketing. Marketing teams need to be very active. Like they can marketing share all the special qualities over the online or offline. This can be both possible. And the last point is the reducing the manufacturing cost. Manufacturing, how they can reduce the manufacturing cost. If they reduce the hiring of the employees, then they can reduce the manufacturing cost. Like we can see in software, we have now the recession periods. So we have lesser time of projects, but the bigger amount of employees. This is the main problem. So if they have to, or they can cost cutting. In case of cost cutting, they can also reduce the manufacturing points. Okay. And the last point is the market strategies employed by the BSA. What are the market strategies that can be, like we can see there is two bikes, Interceptor 650 and BSA Gold Star. Okay, so there is what are the innovative marketing strategy that they can use to improve themselves in the market. The first is there is the power figure of Gold Star as well as the Interceptor is nearly close, but the Gold Star is using single cylinder engine, but Interceptor is using dual cylinder engine. And the second is the sitting posture is more comfortable. Okay, so you can use the Gold Star. The sitting posture is very comfortable than and it comes with the old retro style. So this comes with some old flavor of the old motorcycles. Okay. And the second thing is the braking system is better, and because it comes with the 225 mm of disc brake in the front tire. Okay, so it comes with a good mileage than the Interceptor 650. Okay, and the more important thing is that Gold Star comes with the liquid cooling technology, whereas the Interceptor doesn't provide you the liquid cooling. It comes with the air cooled. So in case of, if they can establish this comparison to the market, they can establish themselves as a good product than the Interceptor. But in case Interceptor is now being very famous because of the brand value of the Royal Enfield. So you can see a lot of bikes in market, Royal Enfield Interceptor, because of the brand value. Okay, but in case of, if the company BSA can establish themselves in this way, then they can predict that the company will score a good amount of result in the past few days. Okay. And the last point is what are the revival of the BSA? Revival of the BSA means what are the how the company return back to the market to prove themselves is a good company. Okay, so the first is the help of the Mahindra Group. Okay, as we can see that my fellow teammates said that the company was bankrupted in the early 90s, but in case of 2016, the company Mahindra Group just acquired this company in a good pricing. Okay, so the main one of the most important part is the help of the Mahindra Group, they can acquire a good market share. Okay, as well as they can use the top technologies. And the second point is using the good technologies and the innovative features. The features are very important, like they are providing good features like liquid cooling technology, okay, sleeper clutch, as well as good amount of mileage, sitting posture is good, old retro size, these are. And this third point is the competitive analysis of the market competitions. Okay, so the companies are now making a good amount of analysis of the current genre of the bikes, and they are also making some good analysis of the existing products. Okay, and the fourth is building the customer trust. Here is the main point, how they can build the customer trust. First, they have to launch their testing drive projects. Okay, here they can like launch some of the prototype of the bikes, and will be tested by the other persons, and they will post the feedbacks of those like the features or the riding qualities or anything to the market. And the social media engagement, like they are like everyone has some social media access over here, so the people can like they can serve the internet, and they can see what are the main features or what are the main qualities of the bikes they have been provided by the company BSA. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes, sir.
1 minute time আছে।
Oh, 1 minute. Achha. Oh, huh. Yes. So, in case of the revival of the BSA can follow a good strategy that the BSA is now focusing on making the retro style model. Okay. So this cannot be a good practices if they can stay in the market. Like we can see in the company Ducati is now producing Ducati Pinnacle V4 as well as the Multistrada V4. The Multistrada is more about the adventure type of bikes, and Pinnacle is around the sports segments of bike. They are not focusing on the only one market of the niche market. So BSA can they can follow. They are now performing a good in this retro style, but they can experiment in other qualities or other fields, like they can produce some cruiser bikes or some normal daily commuter bike which comes with the lower cc of engine, like 300cc, 400cc. Okay, so this can be the good practices. And also they can provide some feasibility to the customer that the company, like as we can see in Royal Enfield, the Royal Enfield customers can customize their bikes in different ways, or they can use some different accessories to it to improve the riding quality of the. So BSA doesn't provide this type of features to their bikes. Okay, if they can if they apply this type of strategies to their bikes, then they can perform a good result in the current market. This is the thing. So this is the main. So that's our slides today. So thank you, judges, for giving us this good opportunity for sharing our slides over here. So we are just hoping for the question answer session. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you for your presentation. So you mainly focused on the question part, but in the presentation, any historical data or analysis part is lacking.
Yes.
So I think that only this group has only focused on the question answer, but all the questions are in general strategy that for the each and every business. Okay, when they are changing their model, whatever the solution you have suggested, that is in common business strategy. But any new unique strategy, I think I have not seen. It may be. I don't know. Is there any way, for example, in the all that BSA, that all his historical data is there. So from that historical data, if you apply some data mining and technique from their own data, when that there is some rising in their history, that when their business was growing and then again it declined, right? So
Yes, sir.
that historical data, if you apply the data mining technique, and they can also find some information that what strategy at that time they have applied, and for that their growth happened, and that may also be give some new insight that that when
Yes.
their growth was increasing and what are the reasons that the market got down. That may give some insight, that historical data from their own BSA. Maybe, I don't know, because I also don't know what the strategy, because here all the strategies are the common business strategy. So, any
Sir, I have to say something. Like that's we have studied in the like the strategies or the graphs that you are asking for, but some of the websites are giving us different types of data. So there is no exact data. If I can case study to the Royal Enfield, they will provide us the like the exact data, like in from their websites,
The company own data.
company's own data.
data you will not get, but your solution may be some solution that company can follow this strategy.
Sir,
We
as the
cannot
last
follow
I
the-
suggest.
we cannot get the data, but in
Okay.
the discussion here, your solution may be that this type of analysis they can do, and then they can find their own that what are their at the growth time, what are the strategies they have followed and got the peak business.
Yes, sir.
They reached the peak business policy, and what are the reasons from the historical data. Then they will find that what are the reasons due to that their business may become down. So these information may come from the data analysis. I don't know. That may be the one solution, maybe, but I also don't know. But this type of new idea should have presentation. But what are the solution you have already mentioned? That are common business strategy. The technology have to be upgraded, and also that I don't know. I am not the expert in the BSA model. They are using the one chamber. That chamber you have that. Huh?
Single cylinder, sir,
huh?
single cylinder.
And now the the Mahindra, they are using the two cylinders.
So I mentioned that.
So what is the effect? Why in the Indian climate the two cylinder has the effect? I don't know the technology, but maybe.
Yes, I mentioned that.
You have mentioned it.
Yes. No, sir, at the last, I was telling that as we can see in Ducati, the Ducati is now manufacturing different kinds of bikes. The segments are different. As I am just suggesting, I'm not suggesting, I'm just thinking that if BSA can follow the same rule, that they will just grab the other markets, as well as in case of adventure or cruiser or commuter, like daily commuter bike, which comes with the lower cc of 300cc or 400cc or 150cc, then it can grab the lower segment of the market. But now they are manufacturing these kind of bikes which are around worth rupees around 5 lakhs. So it's very difficult for the common people for purchasing this amount with this amount of bikes in the general case. So I'm here just more predictable than the company can follow this pathway. Okay, so this is I'm just explaining this part. Yeah.
So 5 lakhs is fine, but if you have proper justification, okay,
Yes.
why I am taking 5 lakhs from your pocket?
Yes.
I am giving you this nowhere else. Then I mean that will be good, right?
Yes, but here needs the targeted audience. Like they have to market.
Why I am taking this price from your pocket?
Yes, yes.
Or
These are the things. Yes, yes. Sir. Don't.
We are not talking about the technology. Just a point that okay.
Technology part, the expert can say.
So one question,
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, similar difference, there are plenty of companies, I mean, some companies also offering I mean, more than 600.
More than.
Similar kind of offer. So how much they are?
They are also costing in same like Interceptor 650, GT Twin 650. I mean this is not the retro style. Like this cafe racer bike. Okay, so is around 5 lakhs. And now the Royal Enfield just launched Super Meteor 650. Is also around near about 5 lakhs. Yes. Yes. But sir, the market. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Acha, one more question I have for you for the presenting.
Yes, sir.
What about the loyalty factor?
Yes, sir. Loyalty factor is like the brand value. I'm here. Like
Not the brand value, loyalty.
Loyalty.
I have been using Royal Enfield before. I have seen my grandfather using it.
Yes,
So
sir.
I want to use it now. Another one is its prevalence in the market, acceptability in the police.
Yes, sir.
So Indian police used to use Royal Enfield for dog years.
Yes, sir.
So if police uses it, then this machine should be really good for me too. So there is a loyalty factor coming in that factor. So do you think BSA will have a tough challenge against Interceptor in that sense?
Sir, in case of like it cannot it can be proved in the long run. Okay, so it cannot be determined in some 1 or 2 months or 1 or 2 years. Okay, so it can be determined in long run. As
What will be the strategy to counteract this effect?
they at first they need to acquire a small market at the very beginning. If they start in the global market, it will be not possible. So at the very beginning, they have to like choose a smaller market and launch their product in a smaller market. And after that, if they can get some good feedbacks over the presentation or the project work, then they can go for the global market presentation. But in case of Royal Enfield, we can see since 1901 they are just like performing a good remark in the market. So there is no point like there is no comparison between the Royal Enfield and BSA. But in case of BSA, if they want to compete with Royal Enfield, then they have to work for some years, or they have to like wait for some years. It cannot be determined in some 1 or 2 years. Okay, it needs 100 of years. So this is the main strategy. Yeah. What will be the strategy? Oh, it's like they have to like launch the product in the smaller market at the very beginning, then they can go for the higher market. Okay.
So I want to add few points that BSA, that was the oldest brand before the Royal Enfield. It came in World War II times. So if we are mentioning that a few years ago, my grandfather or her father was using Royal Enfield, but her grandfather's grandfather, the generation was using World War II times, the BSA bikes. And not in India, actually not in India, UK. But actually they're the loyal brand, and the loyal mode, Anand Mahindra, well, acquires the brand in 2016. So they can already use the Mahindra loyalty power. So Mahindra's few very big loyalty in because of Anand Mahindra actually. So this should be the best strategy to use Anand Mahindra to marketing their new product. And they already have the craze of BSA fans all over India. As I have few that the some of our grandfather is starting kicking the BSA bike, motorcycle, and the son is recording the video and viral in the YouTube and some kind of things. So that was the oldest brand, BSA. If there can be any question, we can answer.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
So, in the beginning, you mentioned about FZS. Was it FZS or X?
FZS.
S.
Yes.
Okay. Because S is not a retro style bike, X is.
X. Yes, I'm just like confused between S or X. Like, yeah.
Okay. And then again, you mentioned that if BSA tries to acquire market is using other segments of bike, for example, let's take the example of Yamaha. Yamaha specializes in sports segment, right? And they have tried with retro segment using XSR and
Yeah, R15.
XSR, but they are not very successful in that market. So, what do you feel like if BSA does the same, they will be successful or not?
No, I like it's more about predictable. Like they can experiment in the market. I'm not suggesting that. I'm not stating that they can successful in the market. If like as we can see that the Tata has also experimented Indica was also failed. Indica, then Indica second generation also failed. Then they comes with some more features and also launch some other cars like Tata Area. Area is one of the oldest model of Hexa. Okay, so this is the main thing. So I'm just predict that they can experiment in the market. I'm not telling or stating that they can get a good success from the market. Okay, so if experiments can give them a better feedback from the other people. Okay, so this is the main thing.
One more.
Yes.
So just now you mentioned that they should not start with a global market, right?
Yes.
But recently they launched in the global market itself. I mean, what they are using is, since VSA was a British brand, they are
yes.
first launching it in Britain. And so what, I mean, it's contradicting, right?
No. As the SAR suggested that SAR stated that we can see the Royal Enfield is now used from the past couple of years. Okay, so my grandfather and his grandfather is also using the Royal Enfield. But in case of BSA is also like BSA is like it was established before Royal Enfield in the case of Second World War. But I'm just telling that if they can start from the smaller market, then they can understand what are the features or what are the strategies they can use to grow in the bigger market. If you can start from the smaller, then you can go to the bigger. So in my point, I'm just telling that there is no like boundary of the market. You can start from the smaller market, then go to the bigger market. Yes, in case of BSA is Gold Star is now firstly launched in UK, then it comes to the India around 2021 in March. Yeah. So then the main thing. Thank you. So any other question? Okay.
So I have a question. You're saying that we should first experiment in smaller markets and then we should try for global markets. But can you guarantee me that if we are successful in smaller markets, then we would be successful in global markets? Because I think there is one principle in economics also, that macroeconomics and microeconomics, they significantly differ. Because if you see very microscopically, the things that happen generally do not scale up to what happens at the macro scale.
Yes. So the first thing is, in case of the smaller market, the company can analyze the opportunities first. If they follow the opportunities, then they have to analyze the bigger markets opportunities. If they want to follow those opportunities properly for launching the products in the bigger market, then they can progress for the next step. If they can, like, there is no like planning is everywhere. Like they have to plan first, then they have to. If they cannot plan, then they can launch. It may have.
What is your definition of smaller market? Is it geographically smaller or?
No, sir. Smaller market means if I can launch in a smaller region. Geography, sir.
Usually smaller market is a segment where there are less number of buyers. That's what is called small. It doesn't restrict themselves to geography. Then that will be a total failure. You cannot start only in Kolkata and then move to Medinipur, or you can't do that.
Okay.
So they will immediately ask the question why it was not launched at other places. The product will be doubted of its performance the moment you restrict it to one particular geography. So that's a very, very poor strategy.
Yes. It was first launched in UK market.
Don't take that as in India good. So it will be.
What?
Actually, sir, I want to answer it like that. So they don't know about. So if they want to acquire India market, they have to basically study the India. The nature and UK and India are not same. So they need to get the upgradation basis on the nature. So all company everywhere, they need upgradation. Launching here, but they're just launching. After the test ride, maybe some users will find some defect. And nowadays, if they are going for social media marketing, the bloggers will rectify. We have seen that few of the bikes that Mahindra or every defects we can find on YouTube. So before purchasing, we start finding the defects. So they will surely upgrade that part, and they want to acquire the India market. No, no, not small. First of all, I want to say the smaller market. I want to define economically to enter into Indian market with basic features, then upgrade to 5 lakhs because they have just launched in the starting period. Mahindra is launching, and as Sir have said that the smaller of the user section. So this is also 5 lakhs area, less number of competitors. No, not small market, but the average salary or the average earning of the people, the economical definition we want to say. People want few of the people with want to upgrade their bikes. So if they want to keep their upgradation with some basic features, they might succeed.
Yes. So what Royal Enfield is to Indians, BSA is the same thing to Britishers, right? So what you focused on was being BSA should release their bikes in India, right? But wouldn't it be better if BSA release their bikes in UK first and then they try it in India?
They have started from the UK and then India. So they might experiment the small market. If they fail, then we have also suggested the sports section. The Ducati and the few of the big companies have succeeded because they want the market share. The revenue generation is very important to establish in the market. So I would suggest them to start with the sports bike also, with collaboration with defined companies actually. So that was our side. Thank you everyone.
So that was really an insightful session with the team think tank. Without wasting any time, I would like to call Supriya Paul from team JUMH, the 50, to showcase their strategies for the given problem. Supriya? Supriya, can you...
Yes, sir. I'm here. Yes, sir.
Okay, can you switch on the camera, please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. 120 का था आज 3 लोग हम थे हाँ थैंक यू Yes, sir. It is visible.
Supriya, can you reduce the background noise? Any chance? So we can hear you properly.
ये कहाँ मेरे पास है 120 को दो तो दवा जैसा बताइए वैसे खाना
Supriya, we can't hear you properly.
Sir, am I audible?
Hello, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
So we are getting a huge background noise from your side. Can you just reduce that, please? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
better, but still.
Please present through laptop. Is it possible? You are in public place.
Yes, sir. Actually, I am traveling from.
You are traveling.
Hello.
There is too much of background noise, and this is difficult for us to hear your presentation.
Yes, sir. Actually, okay, I can switch my presentation. I will.
Hello, Supriyo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
So can you manage a time sometime else, because we can't hear you properly, and today itself can you manage sometimes else? And
Sometimes, sir, means today or day after today, tomorrow.
sir, today only, Supriyo. Also, presentation from mobile is not acceptable, so we have to have a presentation from laptop only.
Okay, but sir, it cannot be possible for me until tomorrow.
Supriyo, can you come here in the campus today? Or it will be not possible
Okay,
for you?
today night it can be possible for me for tomorrow.
Can you come for tomorrow?
Yes, sir. Tomorrow at 11 a.m.
You cannot present tomorrow online. You have to come here physically.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tomorrow I shall go to the presentation.
You will come in the campus, right?
Yes, sir. Very much, sir.
Wait for a minute. Wait for a minute.
हाँ ओके ओके तो बोले हाँ 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 काल के फिजिकली
Supriyo?
there are two options.
Supriyo, hello.
Hello, Supriyo. Hello, call him. Event at, call him. Yeah, Maharaj, then I'm ending the event. Okay. Yes, they have the events tomorrow also. Okay. 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 With that, I will be ending the event because of this. So thank you participants for such an enthusiastic presentations. Okay. Gaurav, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So can you be present tomorrow in the campus? Okay, come tomorrow in the campus physically.
Sir, my exam is going on, and I'm presenting it in the mid of exams.
Yeah, okay then. Okay. So, thank you participants for such enthusiastic presentations. We really loved how all of you tried to tackle this ever-dominant problem in the market of resurrecting a closed company. Now, from the Department of Computer Science, I would love to convey my regards to our respected judges. We thank you for providing us a part of your important time. The event would have never been possible without you all. So that will be all from our end. Yes, so that will be all from our end for the event stratagem. The results of the event will be disclosed eventually. However, I would like to ask all the teams to stay over, for we have organized a lunch for you all. And I urge all the teams to be here in the SSH by 2 p.m. after the lunch for the special talk that has been organized. So, hope to meet you all here from 2 p.m. Okay, that's it. Thank you.